big call from Lionesses to say prefer to play Spain than Germany. I don't know if I totally agree with that.
I don't agree with that either.
No, there's been some good adjumangs, haven't
They did well, though, Germany, in that game.
No, they did really well. Defended really
well.
Goal.
That was I thought it was one of the goals of the tournament there. They blamed the keeper, but I think it was a brilliant turn and shot.
I agree, and she'd seen Berger go and Schaefer-Berger because she'd had such a great tournament in goal for Germany. Anyway, let's talk to someone who knows more about this than we do. Jordan Nobbs played 71 times for England, just signed for Newcastle as well. We'll get onto that. But she joined us now. Hey, Jordan, you okay?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Excited.
Yes. Would you prefer to play Germany or Spain in the final?
I'd probably took Germany, if I'm honest. I think Spain, their quality on the ball. To be fair, though, Germany's organisation is unbelievable. So they would have been a tough ask, obviously. But I think Spain are in some good form right now.
Do you think England can look at how Germany set up against Spain and sort of try and copy that?
A little bit. I mean, naturally, you have your own qualities and structure, but I think Germany, they definitely got in their faces, and I think that's something that, Spain don't want that. They want a lot of possession of the ball. They want to get comfortable, get touches. So, you'd like to look a little bit at the aggression that the Lionesses might go in with, to disrupt that, because I think, Spain struggled to break down Germany, and obviously, that's why the game went on a bit longer than probably what they thought or would have liked.
Nobody thought Arsenal could beat Barcelona in the Champions League final, but they went and did it. So it's a bit like that, isn't it? I mean, everybody thinks Spain will probably do it, but England will believe, and the Arsenal girls in the England team will definitely believe.
Yeah, of course. I think it's silly to still think that England are the underdogs, though, in that game. I know obviously Spain won the World Cup, but England were there in the final and they won the Euros before that. So I think it's one game now, isn't it? It's what can you do in that time to go on and win the game? So yeah, the Lionesses will believe, and I think the character that they've shown over the last few games has been incredible. It's a never give up attitude.
It's interesting when there's a tournament that some players sort of get all the headlines. So obviously Adjumang's getting a lot of headlines, Chloe Kelly as well, Lauren James as well. No one has seemed to said anything about Keira Walsh. And if they have, it hasn't been necessarily that positive. But every time I watch her, I just think, this is the midfielder that I totally trust. Always in the right place. Always, that her decision-making is so good. I just want, as a fellow midfielder, Jordan, your thoughts. She seems such an important person to be on that pitch for us.
She's so key. I think people, watching the game, they probably don't always see when she calms the game down, her first touch to get out of pressure. And a lot of teams now, they start to try and get Keira out of the game, and people don't see that as well. Sometimes Keira's actually making little movements to actually not get on the ball now, because she was so key for England to play through. But yeah, I think she's an incredible player, and I think whenever we talk about the Lionesses, everyone always says, what would we do if Keira Walsh wasn't fit? It would be a big hole in that midfield, and luckily she's been there and been a strong part of this team getting through.
It's probably sacrilege to criticise Sarina Wiegman, but a lot of people, and myself included really, do wonder why she leaves the subs so late. I mean, almost too late, I think. And it's a strange thing that I know that some coaches like to just give the 11 they pick the chance to do the job, but do you think she leaves it too late?
It is a tough one, isn't it? I mean, it works. Could I see her doing that exact same thing in the final? Yes. I think she's always kind of had a plan on when her subs come on. In the last tournaments, it's been like, the 60th, 70th minute. But yeah, it's
this is
getting
later,
a little bit,
though, isn't it? This is more like 75, 80.
Yeah, I mean, it's risky, isn't it? It's you're taking that gamble on hoping that there's maybe one or two chances you get with them players, but you can't criticise that it's worked for her. At the end of the day, you're getting through the game.
Yeah, I suppose 5 straight major tournament finals means that you've got to trust Sarina Wiegman over Andy Jacobs.
That's very true.
But there's an interesting point, Jordan, about those changes, about if you make them at 60 minutes, let's say in the semi-final, are the Italians sort of got enough in their legs to deal with the immediate chaos, and then it's not as impactful as you wait till 80, 75, and then not only are they more tired, but they're thinking, we've nearly done this. So psychologically, they're like, it's not like there's that long to go. And so there is a sort of sense in leaving it. So like, I'm screaming at the TV going, change it. I feel like it was just like the men's where I'm shouting at Southgate, but actually maybe there is a logic in leaving it that late.
Yeah, well, I think when we know we make them subs that late on, it is all go, isn't it? It's get the ball in the box. This is it moment. And I think when you look at previous decisions Serena's made, she's made changes in the back line to strengthen the team. She went to a back three one game because Sweden were getting down the channel. So I think she does know what she's doing. You can't criticize her making them decisions. I think if you had lost the last game, you'd have said, why didn't you put the subs on earlier? But like you said, maybe that's a 10-minute hit of, run yourself to the ground in them 10 minutes and get the ball in the box rather than maybe over the longer period of time.
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, when they won the tournament, there was a massive amount of interest, but it's just grown and grown and grown. I was reading this morning, Lionesses kit sales are 41% higher than the 2023 World Cup final campaign. So it's just growing, isn't it? All the time.
Yeah, it's incredible. I've obviously been in the WSL since it started and, been to a lot of major tournaments. And after every major tournament, the growth is just incredible. What these girls over the last 10 years have done to push the women's game, it's huge. And it's another moment where they're inspiring a nation and progressing the game by hard work and talent, really.
Yeah, very worrying for people who are sort of kids who are 12 and under, because they'll see the men and the women constantly getting to finals and semi-finals and thinking this is normality, and then suddenly then they'll have like a 40-year run where it's absolutely hopeless. Jordan, you've just signed for Newcastle, which is great, but you were at Sunderland from 8 years old to 21, I guess. Has anyone said it yet? Jordan, are you sure? Are you sure about this?
I bet they have.
I think people actually think I was there a lot longer. I actually left when I was like 17 from Sunderland to Arsenal. So, yeah, I grew up on the other side of the water. But no, I think to come back to the Northeast and push the women's game up there is huge for me. I think Newcastle have massive ambitions, and I can see that, and hopefully the Northeast can get back on the map with women's football, because there's been some huge players that have come from the Northeast, and we want to progress it again.
Well, listen, good luck with that, and enjoy the final. Jordan, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Jordan Nobbs there. You can hear live coverage of England-Spain. The final of Euro 2025 right here on talkSPORT. Kickoff is at 5 p.m.
Is it? I thought it was 6. Is it 5? Okay, I'll check.
Maybe they're changing it all the time. I mean, I don't know. Do I trust that?
Do you want to know where the Lionesses are staying?
Yes, please.
They're staying in a plush hotel, according to the Daily Star, with some rooms costing up to £13,000 a night.
Whoa.
Whenever you look into it, though, it's always like the top suite. I don't think, Alicia Russo's room is 13
But does Russo
grand.
get that room for she gets it for like 14 days, and then Agamang is brought on into that room just for she just only half a day in this one.
It's the Dolder Grand Hotel in Zurich.
I know it, yes.
Which boasts a butler service.
Good, yes.
A sauna.
Yeah.
And panoramic views across the city.
Lovely.
The luxury hotel also has a Lacoste clay tennis court in the I don't know what that would be, in the surrounding forest.
Do you know what I hate? When you get to a hotel and the tennis court isn't clay. When it's because obviously I'm much better on clay. And I can't play on this. I can't play on this surface. Not Flushing Meadows, for goodness sake. Any more hotel info?
Yes, finally, you can have lunch with in the restaurant with a 2 Michelin stars. 4-course set lunch will cost you 220 quid. Quite reasonable.
Not really a fine dining guy. Would you do that?
Not really, like no, I don't think. I think I'd just have a bit of rosti and a...
Would you?
and a fondue.
Of course you would.
For the cliche.
Yeah. Come on, why not, eh? Get your fondues out, everybody. Yes,
That's what we should do on Sunday,
just to confirm, fondue party at talkSPORT. Me and Barry will have a fondue party live in the warm-up, looking at Euro 2025. And don't trust Andy, kickoff is at 5 p.m. All these listeners going, I turned on at half-time. Mind you, if the way England are currently playing, half-time is probably a good time to switch on, isn't it?
After 80 minutes.
After Spain have battered us, but it's still 1-0, and then we can get it launched at Agyemang. 5 o'clock kickoff. Coverage will start probably at 4, but listen to talkSPORT 24 hours a day. What else would you do?